Difficult one, this, isn't it? If you are His Majesty the King, King Charles III, there you've had a very sort of, well, incredibly difficult year, not just for yourself with your own health troubles, but of course those close around you, your family, and of course your wife, who is struggling at points to cope with this brand new life that really demands a lot from someone, and I don't mean this rudely or disrespectfully, but of a certain age. Put yourself in the shoes of those two individuals. It doesn't matter how rich or everything you gets done for you, you've still got to get out there and deliver. And it's kind of hard, when you're on the royal beat yourself, you're thinking, wow, they've got to go meet these people and there's a banquet tonight, then they've got other things, and you kind of think, and all the work, trust me, that you don't see behind the scenes, particularly with Queen Camilla. She's very involved in her charities, lots of Zoom calls, lots of chats, lots of phone calls. She does the work, whatever people think, she does really get connected and obviously gets herself run down. So you can understand exactly why she, alongside many others, now have basically decided this may be a little less stressful if they did this for Christmas. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Christmas is a stressful time, isn't it? I don't know about you. It's all those things that the expectation is so much. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just for children, and that is nice, particularly, if you've got grandchildren and stuff like that. You see the joy of them opening Christmas presents and all of that fun that goes with it. I think it's called innocence of life, isn't it? You get a bit older, you've got to panic about, have you got the turkey? Have you done the Brussels? Where will people sit? Where will people sleep when they come to town? Of course, they don't have that with the royal family. There's plenty of rooms, plenty of people to help them put the dinner together. It's the family problem that is really the big problem. We all have it, don't you? There's one person in the group, maybe two, that you think, no, they've agreed to come, but you got to swallow it and think, yeah, okay, we'll make sure we'll be polite or whatever. Now, the biggest thorn in the side right now, as you can imagine, of the royal family is this, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew. Now, as we know, he's going through more dramas behind the scenes, and whether you like him or not, nonetheless, he's still part of the family. Now, according to sources, apparently they want to have him disinvited to Christmas. According to a good source that I know, the Duchess of York is basically saying, please don't do that. This will break him, We just need to unite as a family. And you can understand that, can't you? The bottom line is she must think, well, come on, this is a time of getting it together. But of course, it's about being a business. It's called the firm, right? And the other side of the coin is when you've got people who perhaps feel uneasy about that particular individual there, or perhaps not being able to say what they may think when they're around them, you know what I'm saying. Now, whether he gets invited to Christmas, of which I will say, I believe that he will, because His Majesty the King, it's his brother, it's the time of year of Christianity, and of course forgiveness, whatever. But I think that he may be advised not to do the royal walk to church. I think that could prove very risky. But as we saw a while back, of course, Andrew doesn't necessarily take kindly to orders or indeed what he should be told to do, even though it's his elder brother. Right now, behind the scenes, obviously, Camilla is very concerned about the stress, given what the king's going through on a personal level, health-wise, that this will do to him, and is trying to keep a lid on it. So while you might think your Christmases are very difficult and all that sort of stuff with family coming, imagine having this sort of bombshell behind the scenes. What do you do? Not just to look good for your family, but to look good in public. As I say, for now, he is still invited to Christmas, and I believe rightly so. Will he be out in the public domain with the rest of the royals? Well, we'll only know that, won't we, on Christmas Day. But my advice would be perhaps take a back seat, maybe have a small sherry, and let the rest, well, enjoy that walk without all the media hassle. Neil Shawn, Kensington, London.